Rescue University is the college version of Animal Lifeline, and pretty much it's a whole bunch of students who just want to be involved with animal rescue.
The Rescue U students, there's a huge diversity in students.
The group of students are awesome here. We like all group of friends, we get along really well. All driven students that want to work with animals and make a difference in their lives.
So the drive down, it took about 10.5 to 11 hours to get down there.
Most people slept. I was awake the whole time, listened to cool music.
So the planning that goes in making one of these trips successful is it takes a long time to make it work. We go down, we scout the shelter sites, make sure that it's a shelter that will be, workable.
A lot of planning went to this trip. South Carolina, it's the biggest one yet. We had the most volunteers.
The pipes actually go down to the ground, and when they come through and they clean everything, the water just rusts them away with the combination of that and the bleach to sanitize.
When I first actually got there, we did an initial walkthrough, and everyone wrote down like what can be improved and everything.
This was my first trip, so I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I thought, how are we supposed to do all of this in just 9 days? So the main tasks that we had to do was to build a cat house, put new roofing on the dog pens, and also put an exercise pen out in the backyard.
It was working all day long. It took 2 people holding things while somebody else was drilling, and we worked hard and we worked together, and it was an amazing feeling.
The situation for the dogs, they weren't in the best conditions. They didn't have raised beds, they didn't have good fencing.
These dogs were in close quarters. They had nowhere to run, stretch, play. They were essentially just kind of sitting, laying there. A lot of pent-up energy.
I felt genuinely hopeful and ready to pull my sleeves up and go. Like what needed to be built, what animals could I rescue while I was there. I was just focused on hit the ground running. I think education is the cure to the problem of overpopulation and homeless animals. I bring a behaviorist when we do this because I think that behaviorists have a different angle than a rescuer does. The hours that they have put into watching these behaviors, what are common ways to deal with them and help an animal continue to become more adoptable. And what Jen is able to provide them with is some real information on how to fundraise at a grassroots level, how to involve your community and succeed so that you can continue saving lives.
Thank you for coming out. We really appreciate it. It's really about, in order to make the big change, it's about networking and everybody working together. And I really feel like we're going to start seeing a lot of success in the next few years.
Having somebody like Fabiola Barraquesa come along with us was great. She was a really neat lady. She speaks to a lot of people.
I've been to a lot of shelters, and every time it's a new experience, and every time you just, you don't become desensitized to how heartbreaking it is. Yesterday, 2 Yorkies came in from a hoarder, and one of them, her eyes were basically shut from infection. Warm compresses on her eyes in order to get some of that hair and crust and debris off of her eyes. People do this to their animals, and it's such a heartbreaking thing to know that there are people out there doing this to their animals. Really be a conscious pet owner. Spay and neuter your animal, because without you to spay and neuter, we can't control the pet population, and this will never go away.
Now that Rescue U, the idea of educating students has become larger, it has let us partner with places like the PetFinder.com Foundation, the animal rescue site, on programs like this with the idea that we can leave more impact behind working together. The PetFinder.com Foundation has been amazing because of their partnerships with other corporations that really wanted to help leave some more tools behind. So we were able to have Shelter Logic leave extra kenneling behind. Nylabone donated 100 really good bones that are going to last through many dogs in the shelter and many dogs in those foster homes. Those companies now have the satisfaction of knowing that their gift is really working.
The goal of the PetFinder.com Foundation is to end the euthanasia of adoptable pets. The work that has been done here by the students will never be forgotten and will never be wasted. Education is the key to allow everyone to communicate effectively and help us be more efficient as a whole.
Well, to me, Rescue You is just a way for students to go out of their way and help out animals and, from my experience, shelters that needed a little boost, a little help.
The overall mission of Animal Lifeline and Rescue University is to involve young people, students, so that they get a hands-on approach to sheltering and rescue, so that they really get to know what's going on in many different areas and learn and see our country, not just their backyard, what's happening, how to stay involved. The pride I feel in these people, in these students, when I see them graduate and stay in the field, or maybe not, but always be a member of, I can't even tell you the pride I feel because it's immeasurable.